Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Amy, or Amy Louise. I am a professionally trained makeup artist of 13 years. Today I'm going to show you how I create this perfectly autumnal, really smoky, dark eye. I'm using the Be Perfect Antidote palette again, and I'm also using a single, which is the ABH Noir Black single, which you can buy really cheaply on like Amazon, Beauty Bay, but it's just a single. I always have this on my desk. It's magnetic, so it can just attach to your palettes. Usually they've got like a magnetic lid, so there's little magnets and you can just plop it on there. It doesn't damage the palette or the shadow itself, and it keeps it secure, and you can just pretend it's part of the palette. So that is what I am doing today. Well, let's jump in. Okay, so my eye is primed. I'm going in with the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH37 and the ABH Black Noir single shadow that I just mentioned. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to pack this right on over my entire lid. Literally just get it on there. And I kind of want it to follow the shape of my lid and just go just that little bit higher. So you can see when I look forward, you can just about see it on the edge, and then it does come out a little bit extra right on the corner of the eye, and I've kept it rounded as you can see. I'm now taking a Morphe M456 and the shade October. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to buff out this edge, 50% on the black, 50% on the skin, so 50 on 50 off. I'm just going to start by tapping over the edges. Just tap over. That's going to get your product down, and then you can start to blend it in. So then I'm just going to use the tip of my brush, really small circular motions, just all around the edge of that shadow. And I find it easier from here to about here to do circular motions going like outwards, and then stop, go back to the outer corner and go opposite, so you're going inwards. That way you're not going to blow it out too far, you're not going to bring it too far down or too far up. So circular motions this way, and then I stop, I get to the very edge of my lash line and I go the opposite way. Now the black and the orange really do mix and it gets really dark. Don't worry about it, this is actually what we want. I'm now going to take a Morphe M433 and the shade Spiced Coral. Now I'm going to do the same thing again, but I'm going to keep it tighter, so lower down on the inner corner and then slowly bring up on the outer corner. So the outer half of the eye I'm going 50% on, 50% off. On the inner I'm more 75% on the previous shades and only about 25% on the fresh skin. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to tap the product on the edges first, and then I'm going to go in with my circular motions. So you can see that it's starting to create this shape by bringing the shadows out further on the outer than the inner. I'm just going to take a little bit more of that shadow right on the edge, and I'm just going to do some really nice big circular motions to start to dry it out just a little bit. I'm now taking a Morphe M441 and I'm going to take a mix of Spiced Coral and Pretty Peach. And I'm going to do the same thing as the last shadow, so I'm going to tap over the edges, and I'm doing the same 75-25 here, 50-50 over here. I hope this makes sense as I'm explaining it. And then you're going with your circular motions. And now I'm doing that same thing with the big circular motions just on the edge to try and bring it out a little bit. And then once I've done that, I'm just gonna dust over like outwards, because this will help encourage that shape too. Next, I'm taking a Morphe M441 and just the shade Pretty Peach, and I'm going to do the same thing, so starting off on the inner corner and to the outer, and this way I'm just kind of going back and forth, just like buffing the edges. Okay, and now I'm going to go back to the black. I'm basically going to do all the same steps again, making sure that after each step, instead of just finishing and going to the next shadow, everything else is the same, but I'm going to flick out just a little bit like I did with that last shade. So I'm going to keep this on camera so you can see. And this is a really quick process for this look. So I'm just going in with the black. Pop that on and then just start to flick that out just a little bit. Now the shade October. Spiced Coral. The mix of Pretty Peach with Spiced Coral. And then Pretty Peach on its own. And then I'm going to take a completely empty brush. This one's clean but it's just stained. And I'm just going to go right over the edges, just to really make sure that it's really just nice and buffed out. You don't have to do this, it's just something I like to do. Next, I'm taking the P. Louise Crisp Finish in Smoking Hot. I'm just going to pop this into my waterline. I'm now taking a Morphe M456 and the shade October. I'm just going to run that right below and on top of where I put it on the skin, on that crisp finish. Just start to buff that out and connect it to the outer corner. And then a Morphe M441 and Spiced Coral, and just get the very outs underneath, and again blending it up into the outer corner. I'm gonna take a small pencil brush. This one is one of the JS13s by Morphe and the shade Glisten, and I'm just going to pop that on my inner corner. Okay guys, I am back. My camera cut off, but the only thing that I did was lashes and mascara, and I cleaned up, and then I did my base, so nothing, you know, crazy that changed. I didn't do anything more to the eyes. By the way, the tattoo is doing really well. I took the second skin off on day 3 because it started irritating my elbow ditch. So if you watched my tattoo vlog, that is update basically. But yeah, my inner arm, I started to get like a little like red like speckles, like not on the tattoo but like up here, and then again like in this area down here. So I took it off this morning actually, give it a really good clean. It's still a little bit sticky in areas, so I'm gonna have to give it another wash, but I thought I'd give you like a little update on my tattoo. But yeah, I weirdly really like my hair like this, and I kind of just threw it out because I'm going to work, but I like it. Yeah, that is everything for the look. My blush, I did a mix of October and Pretty Peach as my blush, and then I went in with the NYX Sweet Cheeks, the yellow ones, which is called Silence is Golden. I did the matte and the glowy over the top, and I also used the Made by Mitchell blush in, what's it called, Mango Daiquiri. So I did this as my cream blush, and then like powdered and everything. I put my powder bronzer on, then I went in with the October and Pretty Peach on my blush brush, temples like really high up, and then I went over the top with the NYX Sweet Cheeks ones over the top because I thought it really brought like a different look to the eyes, and I really like how blush heavy it is. Like, it is a lot. It looks a little bit more on camera than it does in person. Also the lighting makes it look a little bit more if like no, that don't work. I was gonna like spin it, but then it gets too dark. But yeah, that is the finished look. Let me know what you think down below. If there's any looks that you want to see me do with this palette or any other palette that I have, let me know if you have any requests or anything. I am gonna do a get to know me kind of video, I think. So if you've got any questions, like get to know me kind of questions, type them down below, leave them as a comment, and I will collect them and I will do a video in a couple of days doing a maybe like a get ready with me. Someone commented, I can't remember who it was, someone commented on like my last video that I uploaded saying they'd like me to do like a get ready with me, get to know me kind of video, and I thought that was a really good idea. I did do a get to know me video a while ago, like probably right at the beginning of my channel. It was a while ago. So yeah, if you've got any questions on that front, down below I'll kind of write them down and do that for you guys. So yeah, that is everything for the video. Let me know what you think of the look. Are you gonna try this? Have you got this palette? All the good stuff. Leave a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't, because even though it is negative, it helps me a lot. Like, all the engagement. If you want to share my channel, feel free to do so. Tag a friend, send it to a friend. All of that really does help me out. But yeah, that is everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.